The word communication means the impart or exchange of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. Hi, I am Adrija Shah, and in this documentary, we are going to discuss about non-verbal communication, emphasizing about sending and receiving the clues, how to use it for an effective conversation and yielding favorable results.
Hi, I'm Adarsh Pandey and let's discuss the two parts that make up a message. A message is made up of two parts, the verbal and the non-verbal part. The verbal part includes the part that we speak and the non-verbal part includes signals or gestures that carry additional meaning over and above what is being spoken. Let's take a look at this situation here and try to interpret what's being depicted here.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Trishita. Please come in my office with the file on a Manhattan tool.
Okay, sir. Please give me 2 minutes. I will be here.
Okay.
May I come in, sir?
Yes. Please come in.
These are the files that you had asked me to bring. May I place it on your desk, sir?
Yes. Hand it over to me.
Boss goes through the files very carefully, having a frown. He corrects some of the mistakes with tight lips, and after going through the files with squinted eyes, he places them on his desk with a loud thud.
Trishita, the files need to be revised and updated as soon as possible. You may go now.
I apologize for the inconvenience, sir. I will surely work hard on the project and bring out the better version of it.
In this scenario, we saw how the facial expression in non-verbal communication got enacted. By noticing the distasteful expression on the boss's face, Trishita handled the situation very well. She decided to apologize for her actions instead of making excuses and ensured that she would not repeat them in the future. So let's move on to our second scenario and look at a different parameter of non-verbal communication.
Such a shame that we are discussing this matter again. I have made it very clear that poor performance will not be accepted. I have given both of you a job so that you can prove yourself to this company, and all you have done is let me down. Tell me, Priyajit and Ankita, when I asked both of you to prepare the budget charts for our next investment programs, why were they not completed on time? And for both of your mistakes, I had to face the mockery of the jury members in the board meeting and numerous taunts from the media. Tell me, what do you have to say?
Sorry, boss, but if I'm honest, I was not given enough time, and you have no rights to shout at me. I think I did a pretty good job, and the budget chart wasn't completely flawless. I think it's you who haven't checked it properly and now blaming me for the leaks.
I'm sorry to disagree with you, Priyojit, but we were assigned our tasks 2 weeks ago, so saying that we have not get enough time would be a lie. I did not do my job properly, and for that I am extremely sorry, ma'am. I should have been more dedicated and loyal to my responsibilities. I should have been more serious and carefully made the budget chart and revised them. I assure you that if you give me another opportunity, I will not let you down.
I hope not, Ankita. I'm glad at least you owned up to your mistakes. Hence, I shall give you another chance. But for you, Priyojit, your work ethic as well as your behavior has proved your dedication towards the company. Your services shall no longer be needed.
Here we saw how the tone and pitch of the voice in non-verbal communication got enacted. By paying close attention to the tone of the voice of the boss, Ankita handled the situation respectfully as well as she acknowledged her mistakes. By being very intuitive, Ankita secured her job, but on the other hand, Priyojit failed to notice his boss's distasteful tone. Rather than owning up to his mistakes, he chose to be arrogant and disrespectful, which cost him his job. Let's see another aspect of non-verbal communication and understand how significant it is.
Well, I hope Priyojit and Trishita are ready to present them. Well, let's begin. We will start with Trishita.
Okay, sir. So, good morning, everyone. Today I am going to present on the increasing downfall of the stock market rates. So, let's start.
Trishita begins her presentation very enthusiastically, but she lacks her work etiquette. While giving her presentation, she continuously fidgets with her hair, tries to settle her dress, even scratches her head multiple times, and even forgets her lines and tries to find them on her cue cards. This results in a very bad impression, the reason being her body language was very amateur.
Well, thank you, Trishita. Your presentation was quite good. Now, Piyojit, it's your turn.
Good morning, everyone. My presentation is based on investment in global stocks.
Priyojit presents very calmly and in a strategical manner. He has an open body language and keeps an eye contact. He has a firm smile on his face and very gracefully concludes his presentation. Everybody is impressed by his presentation and it shows that he is well aware of proper work etiquette.
This shows us how crucial the messages sent by body language are. The boss chooses the suitable candidate for the stock market department of that company by observing the body language of both the candidates. Priyojit got selected because his body language was very calm, professional and well mannered. On the other hand, Trishita did not get selected because her body language was very unprofessional.
In conclusion, nonverbal communication is an extremely complex yet integral part of overall communication skills. However, most of us are often unaware of our nonverbal behavior.
A basic awareness of nonverbal communication strategies can help to improve our interaction with others. Knowledge of these signs can be used to encourage people to talk about their concern and can lead to a greater shared understanding, which is after all the purpose of communication.
Some people seem to come by these skills quite naturally, but anyone can improve their nonverbal skills with practice. Some good practices to improve the skills are paying attention to nonverbal signals, looking for incongruent behaviors, focusing on tone of voice, having good eye contact, using signals and gestures to add meaning and assertion, and above all, thorough practice. We hope we could add to some of your knowledge via our documentary, and thank you for being so patient, audience.